What is up, fight fans? This is Peter at Petorius on Twitter, here live from MMA Madhouse, promoting WSOF 32. And today I'm talking with an undercard feature, one of the most entertaining fighters out of the Pacific Northwest. He is considered the Pacific Northwest bad boy, professional record of 2-0, fighting out of Victory Athletics, fighting tomorrow at Xfinity Arena. Please welcome Patrick Benson. Patrick, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good, man.
Gotta make one little correction. I'm actually fighting out of Synergy now. Started out at Victory, but currently fighting at a Synergy fight team now.
Out of Synergy. Okay, yeah. I guess that's what some of the news sources said, but that's good to know. Okay, yeah, fighting out of Synergy. Gotcha. Yeah, you just got done with the weigh-ins. Thanks again for joining me. How was the weight cut today and your training camp leading up to this?
Everything went pretty smooth. My diet was on point, so getting the last few pounds off today was kind of a breeze. The weight just slid right off. No complaints.
Cool, man. And, so I was checking out the weigh-ins. I lost connection, and as I came back, I saw Ben Fodor trying to attack his brother. Like, seriously, I mean, a guy was kind of carrying him, and actually, looking at it, Ray Steffa wasn't even feeling it. He wasn't even feeling the promotion of that. So, what did you think about that?
I don't think it was hype. I think I'm pretty sure that Phoenix came in overweight, if I'm not mistaken. I think someone was saying he was overweight still, and I don't know, maybe his brother said something to him that got under his skin or something, because he tried getting at him at backstage too. They were having to hold him back, so I don't think that's just hype.
Yeah, man. I even I interviewed Tyson Lynn, and I asked him what he thinks about that fight, and it's just like, man, there's not really much to say on what you can predict. It's hard to know who's going to win that fight. Brother versus brother. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, but I'm the oldest brother in my family, so I'm gonna have to go with the big brother on that one. I think Carl's gonna get him.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. That's kind of what Tyson went with too, just based on just more experience, I guess, in that sort of mainstream realm. Yeah, cool, man. Well, let's talk about that, man. I think this is really awesome for you, man. You're a really exciting fighter, and I think you really deserve this shot to be on the big stage, man. How does it feel to be fighting in a primetime organization like WSOF?
Man, I'm pretty pumped about it. It's been kind of a different experience, the whole thing, having to do promotional videos during training camp and getting pictures done, up to like even for the weigh-ins. We couldn't even wear our own shorts and underwear. They made me wear like these Joey pouch underwear. It's a little different, man. I liked it, but at the same time, I don't know. It's a little strange. It's an experience, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Well, I think it's awesome. You're going to be fighting with a big crowd. This is going to be your biggest crowd yet, and you really seem to be a crowd pleaser. Definitely in a good way, but it seems like you also kind of feed off that crowd energy, would you say?
Yeah, to an extent. I'm just there to get the job done, no matter what it is I got to do. So whether the crowd's on my side with me or against me, I'm there to get the finish one way or another.
So when you're fighting and you come into a maybe more biased for the other person, do you kind of feed off the energy of they're like the underdog sort of, they want you to lose? Do you ever get sort of some charge off that?
When I'm not necessarily. I'm gonna be training hard for the fight, whether I'm the underdog or considered the favorite. It's not really something that affects me. I don't really care what the fans think. I love to have them, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I got to go in there and get the job done. Whether I'm the favorite or the underdog, it's kind of irrelevant because it's a fight either way.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's just something I kind of. Yeah, watching some of your fights, it seems like you go off the crowd. Then some of the fights I'd seen of yours on YouTube, when the crowd's going, it seems like you really just go like 100 miles an hour all of a sudden. You're extra trying to finish, and it seemed like that to me, at least.
I think what's going on there is I feel the finish as much as they do. So the crowd's getting amped because they see the potential for me to finish the fight. But I'm feeling those same emotions in the fight. I'm seeing a finish in front of me, and I'm doing whatever I can to get that opponent out the cage, get the job done right there.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. And, yeah, you're always putting on a show. Yeah, last time I had seen you fight was blessed to see this live. It was you versus Jason Gray at SFL.
Yep, that was my last fight.
Yeah, man, you completely dismantled him, man. From start to finish, and I mean seriously, even at the stare down, from the stare down to, I mean that was a badass stare down, and then to where you submitted Gray. How did it feel to neutralize him so quick, where everyone else kind of has had a really hard time with his wrestling and really haven't been able to take him away till like the third?
Well, I actually, I've known Jason for a long time, so I knew what his strengths were going to be going into the fight. I knew he was going to have a real wrestling-heavy game plan, so I took the fight on short notice, but it was a fight I was prepared to take. When I was a little kid, he actually beat me in wrestling, so it's kind of a little bit of a revenge fight almost. Not necessarily revenge, but, get that win back.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I didn't know the history behind that. That's cool.
Yeah, I've known him since I was probably 10 years old or so. He's good family, good people, though.
No, definitely, man. That's good. Yeah, no, I was really impressed with that finish, and definitely inclined me to have you on and make sure you're getting a good promotion for this debut, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So I also checked out your opponent, Brett Malone, and yeah, watching his footage, man, it's making me more excited for this fight because, yeah, man, both you are very game to stand and throw leather till the bell, and yeah, looking at both your guys' fighting styles, man, this is gonna be a war. I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be a scrap, but I don't see it being a war. I see me going in there, neutralizing my opponent, and getting the job done, getting him out of there, and kind of making a statement with this fight.
Yeah, man, and on the big stage, man. Yeah, what do you think of your opponent, kind of leading up to this fight? Fight strengths and weaknesses. Way he fights.
I think he's fairly well-rounded. I'm not going to get into going in too depth on him. I've been working on my game really, really consistently, working strong on it, developing from all my weaknesses. So, yeah, I think that we're going to have some things to show tomorrow night. Yeah,
well, man, that's really cool. Yeah, this is definitely a fight I'm really looking forward to seeing. I think it's going to be one of the more exciting fights of the night. I talked to Dylan Potter. He definitely said you were a cool guy. And how long have you known Dylan?
Oh, man, we actually grew up in the same town. I've known of him for years, but we probably started hanging out 3-4 years ago. He started training at Victory Athletics when I was still there. And, yeah, I mean, just a cool dude all around. And I think he's got a great future. He just needs to get back to his weight class and not try to be cowboy, He thinks he's Cowboy Cerrone a little bit. He'll anyone, anytime, anywhere, which is the mentality you got to have. But at the same time, you got to take fights that you're prepared for weight-wise, not just jump in there against a 205er when you're currently prepared to fight at 85.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, that was a tough opponent.
Take a little smarter fights.
No, totally tough opponent, and yeah, you kind of tell it was above his weight class, but still put on a hell of a performance, and even on the ground, when he was on his back, he was still laying down hell.
Backing the whole time, yeah.
Yeah, it was very exciting. I interviewed him about, kind of his past, and he talked about this gravel pit he used to always go to. Do you know what he's talking about?
Sounds like he might be talking about might have been fourth period during school. We used to all kind of skip class during fourth period, and there's this little barn probably a couple hundred yards outside of the school grounds there that one of our buddies lived at, and everybody would scrap there. He might have had a different one because he was a few years younger than me, but back when I was in school, everyone would skip fourth period, run out to the freaking barn, and you could get somebody to fight with you there. You just scrap it out for fun.
That's cool, man. You talked about a gravel pit, maybe a barn too. So were you ever doing anything like that before you started training MMA?
Yeah, there was a lot of backyard boxing. When I went to those things, everybody kind of knew that I was going to pick them up and drop them on their head because of my wrestling background, so
yeah.
They didn't really want to play that game with me. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was always hanging out at it and doing backyard boxing with my buddies.
That's
pretty
cool,
common.
Man. Was there a fight you can think of where you obviously had the wrestling, so probably there was some competition sort of sense that got you into MMA, but was there maybe one of those backyard fights where you're like, wow, you know what? I definitely don't suck at this, and I could go somewhere with this.
I think that since I was a little kid, I knew this was what I was going to do. Can't necessarily a fight that I had, but when I was a little kid, Dennis Hallman used to put on fights where there's a Walmart currently in Yelm. used to be an El Patio, a little Mexican restaurant. In the backside of that El Patio, there was a, I don't know if they did like livestock, I think like livestock shows or whatever it would be, and he would put a boxing ring up in there that they would actually put the fights on at. So I was like 7 or 8 years old watching it back there, and there was probably a 150-pound guy who did an MMA match against like a dude had to be like 300 pounds or something, real big, just like chunky dude. And the little 150-pound guy walks out there, lights him up, and just knocks him out. And that was when I was like, yeah, this is what I need to do. I need to figure out how to be good at this.
Right. You saw that, and you're kind of like, yeah, so weight doesn't matter anymore. From what we all thought was kind of the biggest, strongest is the superior. You saw somebody who's just a thin guy who's just, yeah, beating everybody.
Yeah, you can't just come in off the street and just be the tough guy just because you're about to fight someone smaller than you. It doesn't mean that you're going to beat them up if you don't have the skills to do so. If you're in the cage, the dudes, obviously weight classes matter because everyone's training and learning these skills. But out on the streets, there could be a 300-pound dude that doesn't know nothing, and the guy that only weighs 145 pounds will just light him up.
Yeah, man, that's that's the art of the game.
Yep.
Again, man, thanks for coming on, dude. It's really great talking to you. Before I let you go, got any predictions for the 3 main fights here on WSOF 32?
You know, I don't know too much about the 2 title fights. The one I do know, I think Carlos is definitely gonna get that W. I don't see Phoenix Jones, the self-proclaimed superhero, beating up his big brother. I just don't see that happening, especially not when he's coming into weigh-ins all emotional. I don't see it happening, man.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that's not a good sign either. But so you'd say kind of lacking the experience is probably gonna give Carlos a win.
Yeah, I think that he's a more experienced guy, and I think he's just gonna have the more level head on his shoulders in the cage.
Yeah,
he's
no, I can see
faster.
that.
I think he's faster, has better hands, and I think he's probably gonna TKO his brother.
Oh man, yeah, nah, man, I'm excited. It's gonna be history making, man. It's really, I don't think we're gonna see a brother versus brother
fight. I don't know if that's ever happened in real life before.
Yeah, it's always been close. There's always been some kind of like, they hate each other today, but who knows? Yeah, it's going down for real.
What I say?
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be real, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe in 2 weeks we're gonna find out that it was all rigged. Maybe they're still best friends, and they were like, hey, we can make some more money if we fight each other. You never know.
Oh, yeah, that's something you definitely have to consider. Their brothers are. I'm not sure if they live with each other, but there's got to be some sort of family connection where they're taught. I don't know. What I can't help but think is, there's some sort of, all right, man, you do this, I do that. We act like we're about to fight. It's possible.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, they're still gonna have to get out there and sock each other right in the nose and get after it. So one of them's gonna take an L on, it's on Saturday night.
There's no.
And that goes on your record, so you don't want that on your record either way. It don't matter if you're my brother or not. My little brother's right here in the room, and I'll let him know if he wants to get in the cage with me. You taking an L.
That's awesome, man. That might be the next one too.
No, that wouldn't happen.
Oh,
I wouldn't fight my brother. I'm just making sure he knows.
He's in the room. You're just like, hey, man, I love you, but I ain't scared. That's awesome, man. That'd be pretty epic. And what's your brother's record right now? I saw he had a fight a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he's 1-1 right now as an amateur. His debut, he went out there, he was dominating the fight and got himself caught in a triangle choke in the 3rd round. But he rebounded, took another fight just a couple weeks ago. Actually, dominated, dropped him with a 1-2-9 in the 1st round. Thought he was going to finish the fight there, but the dude recovered, and then he just went on to dominate the rest of the fight, start to finish.
Oh, cool, man. And what's his name again?
Dakota Benson.
Dakota Benson, cool. Want to make sure on that, yeah. No, it's cool, man. And a lot of up and coming killers I've been seeing you with.
Yeah, Pacific Northwest, we taking over.
Damn right, man. That's from the Pacific Northwest Badboy. You heard it.
Yep.
That's right, man. Well, hey, dude, thank you for coming on. I've seriously been nothing but impressed with how you fight and you leave it out there. You're quickly becoming a fan favorite, and I look forward to watching you live tomorrow, man. It's gonna be epic.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, and everybody, make sure you all go to stream this prelim card. It'll be on NBCSN.com or WSOF.com. which starts at 4 p.m. Yeah, you're in your hotel, right?
Yep, just chilling in the hotel room right now, about to go eat.
Cool, man. Oh, word up, dude. You're about to go eat. What do you grow up on? Like the thing you just gotta like put weight back on stat.
You know, right now it's still gonna be pretty light. I'll rehydrate real good right now, but nothing too heavy. And then after the fight's over, that's when I really get to go in and get my gotta get my bacon cheeseburger, man. I can't help it. Bacon cheeseburger with some jalapenos on there.
Oh, baby.
Gotta have it.
Is that your like favorite cheat meal when like your coach is like, man, just you've been doing good, just eat something stupid?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to getting down to weight, I can't really have cheat meals because I'll start gaining weight real quick, and I got a bad habit. As soon as I start cheating on my diet, I'm gonna keep cheating on my diet. So I gotta stay strict until the fight's over.
Hell yeah, man. No, I like it, dude. Showing the discipline, I like it.
Yep.
Cool, man. Well, hey, before I let you go, you got any plugs, any sponsors you want to show some love to?
Yeah, I'd like to throw a shout out to Brian with KT Exteriors, the Nature, I don't know why I said that, New Leaf Hyperbarics down in Tacoma. And, man, who else we got? We need to throw a shout out to Synergy, my fight team, all my training partners that I got there, and all my coaches. Y'all have done a great job getting me prepared for this fight. And I know there's more I should be mentioning right now, but they're going right over the top of my head at the moment. Clinch Custom Mouth Guards is supposed to be hooking me up with a new mouthpiece, I believe, today or tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get that, and that's the best way to keep your mouth in line, keep all your teeth in your mouth, and keep that smile looking pretty.
There you go. Yep, get that smile pretty for the main stage, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, man. And thank you again for coming on. Much appreciated. Come on anytime you want. I look forward to seeing you perform tomorrow at the Xfinity Arena. Hell yeah, man. Come on anytime.
All right. I'll be hearing from you again soon.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
All right, later, man.
Later.